All right, folks, welcome back to the Cheyenne Gymnasium here for tonight's boys matchup between your West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs and the Shanley Deacons here tonight. Tristan Marock joined alongside Dan Wolf this time as we are nearing tip-off here. Should be a good one right here. Should be a good one for this second game, actually. These guys are sitting about at the same spot in the standings area, about that midway of mid-pack area. I don't know why I can't really talk. I'm sorry, folks, but so yeah, we're nearing tip-off here as, like I said, should be a good one. Both teams about that mid-pack range in the standings in the EDC at least. Mustangs coming off of, I believe, a loss to Horace was the last game. But yeah, lost to Horace at the last game. So, but as we near tip-off here, we'll take a short break for anthem and player introductions and be right back after that.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us because it's always good to check in.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Cheyenne Gymnasium here for Game 2 of tonight between the Shanley Deacons and your Cheyenne Mustangs. Game 1 ended in a Cheyenne victory, 71-68. Girls somehow pulled it off as we're underway for Game 2 here. Smith can't find Bernstein on the inside there. This one going the other way now, and just missed there by Baumgartner.
Yeah. Tristan, I was just going to say that last possession, something that Cheyenne has struggled with the last handful of games is taking care of the ball, and I think that's going to be a key tonight. And we saw a turnover on the first possession, so I would think if you're Coach Brandt, you want to make sure that Cheyenne is taking care of the ball. It seems like, obviously offensive efficiency goes sky high when they do that. They play so much better as there's a second turnover in as many possessions.
This one inside the paint just can't drop there for Holcraft. Tyson Keller on the other side now.
There. Good transition basket. And on paper, you would definitely think this should be a Cheyenne advantage looking at the EDC records. But this is that time of year that you kind of got to figure out what it takes to win, and you've got to do it night in and night out. You can't afford to have off nights at this time of year. You need to be doing what you need to do to win games. As Baumgartner has the big height advantage against Zanker, but can't convert.
Good pull down there by Holcraft, and a 3-ball from Cutterbaugh. Just doesn't drop there. As a 3 from Smith on the run. Can't drop. Chip out to Keller, 3-ball. That one doesn't go either.
And
another offensive rebound, and Keller finally puts it in.
No one on the glass on that side. It wasn't even an aggressive follow by Keller, and he just walked in and picked up his rebound and had an easy putback. So it hasn't necessarily looked pretty to this point, but Cheyenne with that 4-0 lead. Good job by Krejci getting his hands in the passing lane there.
Keller inside now. Was trying to go up there, I think, and got caught in the middle there by, I believe, Kraft, and draws a foul. So first foul of the night. That's to Jacob Kraft. Keller hits his first. Krejci with Krejci tying a shoe here. Perkarevich finds Cutterbaugh in the corner. Tries to take a drive inside. Can't get one off. Eventually goes up with the left. Still can't get that one to drop. Cutterbaugh on the rebound.
Lid on the basket for the Deacons thus far.
Bernstein now double teams. Anchor with a wide open 3. That one doesn't drop. Baumgartner now deep 3-ball. Just trickling out there as Zanker controls the rebound. One thing you'll notice, Wolf, is Zanker is starting instead of Spielman tonight, as Spielman's out on concussion protocol for a week. We're not quite sure what it's for, as Baumgartner pulls the trigger on the 3, or the 2, excuse me, and that one doesn't drop either way.
So that does alter your rotation a little bit. Might see Cole Martin a little quicker tonight than at other times. I saw Zimney was in street clothes last time. He is dressed tonight, so we'll see what happens. as the game progresses as Zanker gets downhill and gets to the rack. Good take by Zanker.
And a good find there all the way up to Perkarevich.
That
he
was
has
nice.
his first points.
Good pass, catching Cheyenne a little slow in transition D. And there's another turnover.
Over to Baumgartner on this one as Baumgartner goes up and drains a 2.
Coach Brandt wants him to slow down here. Going to run a set play.
Bernstein
Good.
back to Krejci. Good find.
Really good ball movement there. As
Zanker.
Krejci, I think, was kind of surprised to get that ball, but found Zanker wide open underneath as the Shanley defender just kind of lost him.
Perkarevich now. Eventually gets the craft from beyond the arc. Can't drop. Another 3 ball. That one doesn't drop either.
Neither team with a made 3 thus far. And they're going to get Krejci on that one. So we're going to see Gable and Cole Martin in for the Mustangs. Landon Mitchell on for the Deacons.
Baumgartner trying to get around from the free throw line. That one in and out.
Baumgartner is one of the top scorers in the EDC. I believe averaging over 20 a night. And so if he's going to struggle finding the range, that's going to be trouble for the Deacons as that one rolls in and out for Smith.
Holcraft up and over.
Good mid-range jumper on the baseline by Holcraft there.
Smith now. Almost a steal there by Kraft. Kind of got Smith off guard. As that one's tipped away there by Holcraft.
Ref's going to talk about this a second. They are saying it's off of a Shanley defender, but again, sloppy passing on a couple of possessions here for Cheyenne. Those are the types of things that they will need to clean up as we get closer to tournament time. If you're going to make a serious challenge to Horace or West Fargo High or some of those other teams, as Smith gets a quick one up and finally finds the range.
Holcraft now.
Martin hounding him out at the 10-foot line. Good help
Really
by
good
Gable.
pressure here.
Good defensive sequences. It's down to 2 on the shot clock.
And kind of just a sloppy shot. Perkarevich just trying to get that one off. This one finds Gable down low. He can't find Krejci. He's trying to make some room down there and eventually finds
by Gable. Ball poked away on the pass to Krejci, but Gable finds a way to get through. Good find right there.
There for Perkarevich. He's got 4 points now. Gable finds Keller from beyond the arc. That one drops. Double digits now. Goes the lead. 18-8.
It's a good defensive sequence for the Mustangs last time. See if they can continue that defensive intensity.
Baumgartner
really good
rolls
spin
out
move there.
Finds the bucket.
He can create a shot when he needs to, and the finally gets his first one to fall tonight.
Smith now wanting to go downhill. He gets in.
Turns the corner on Holcraft there, and once he got that step, he was gone, and there's turnover by the Deacons. Cheyenne's going to push tempo here, and they're going to get a wide open look for Smith.
That one in and out. Gable down low, finds the pain and goes in.
Cheyenne a little man pressure here, and that one's thrown away. Coach Weber not happy with that.
Zimney back in now along with Larson and Zanker.
And there's going to be our first timeout.
Shanley timeout. So 9:29 left to go in the first half. 22-10 Mustangs. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Cheyenne Gymnasium. 22-10, 9:29 left to go here in the first half. As Wolf, we haven't really seen very many three-pointers made so far.
No, we really haven't. There've been some decent looks for both teams, but no one has exactly lit it up from beyond the arc thus far. Smith had that make, but they've been few and far between. I guess Keller did have that one roll in with the friendly shooter's touch. And Cheyenne's been able to do, as they did early on against Moorhead the other night, they've done most of their damage on the inside. And I would think that would be something that Coach Brandt wants to see continue if at all possible.
Gable trying to make some room, gets inside, up and in.
Takes it strong against Cutterba.
Gable getting close to 10 points on the night as Larson steals this one. Larson finds Gable on the inside again, and that one doesn't drop. Gable with his own rebound, gets up and an and one.
Good pump fake, got the defenders in the air, just went up, embraced the contact, and finishes. And this lead has jumped to 16. And Gable three the old-fashioned way. And here comes the trap. The press is on.
So that one goes right off of Gable's shoe.
Shine just a half step slow in getting that initial trap set up. Had they gotten there just half a second quicker, that would have caused some real troubles for the Deacons, but they were able to break it. And then the kick by Gable here gives them a fresh shot clock.
Kraft wanting to go downhill, takes a step back. That one doesn't drop for him. Keller controls the rebound. Keller now from beyond the arc. Nylon. Holcraft strips this one the other way, gets it to Baumgartner. Back out to Kraft. Slowing it down a little bit.
A lot of action there to get Baumgartner open. Little elevator screen.
Holcraft.
Finally, Holcraft
trigger.
gets the three.
Kyson wanting to go downhill, finds one in, up and in.
And he's really made that shot kind of part of his repertoire, a kind of hanger, running, hanging jumper that At 6'5", it's just hard for guys to elevate and stay airborne that long to really contest it. And so when he gets a good look at it, always has a good chance of making that shot. As Larson going hard at it there with Baumgartner. There's going to be foul on the ground before that. I think that was Gable coming up to help. No, they're going to get Larson on that.
Larson's first, Baumgartner.
I was going to say
that. I don't think that was a shooting foul, but
that was an NBA continuation there. If that was a shooting foul, Baumgartner arguing his case, but not getting anywhere with that.
Cutterba finds Kraft back out. Finds Holcraft on the inside. Gets that one tipped, I think.
No numbers for Cheyenne, but
Smith chips back to Zanker here. Gable finds Zanker once more. Zanker making some room upside and in, and that one
was just off his fingers. Are they going to say that was tipped
Zanker
out?
wanting a
They do, okay, they correct it. Say it was tipped.
Smith inbounding this one to Zanker, finds Zimney. Smith now over to Bernstein. Bernstein making some room inside and right hand.
Just ripped through there and got that step. And that's one thing that Kason Bernstein's really good at. He is left-handed, but around the rim, he is very comfortable finishing right-handed.
Holcraft now from beyond the arc. That one drops.
2 in a row for Holcraft from the three-point line.
Smith now finds Zimney from beyond the arc, and that one's going to be a travel.
Yeah. Zimney thought shot, then he thought I'll take it, and in the process, move that pivot foot before the dribble and gets caught on that one.
So Killer and Krejci back in here.
Cheyenne showing pressure.
Kraft off his foot. Saves it to Holcraft. Someone gets tipped, still controls. Inside for Parkerevich, and
yeah, some confusion on helping out on D. There was good help from Cheyenne, but the rotation back couldn't find their man.
Zanker off the back iron. Baumgartner contains. Cutterba from beyond the arc. That one drops for him. Couple of bounces on that one. Smith finds Keller in the corner.
I was going to say, he's got Bernstein inside, and there's the finish. Cheyenne definitely with a length advantage against these Deacons. Able to put 3 6'5" guys out on the floor, and Baumgartner's really the only length of note for the Deacons. They're going to get Smith with a little forearm shiver on that one on the drive. Quick first half. It's only the fifth foul combined between the two teams as Baumgartner drops a 3. So now Shanley's starting to heat it up from beyond the arc. That's 4 made threes in the last few minutes.
Smith from beyond the arc. That one just right. Baumgartner with some speed now, loses a handle, collects. Kraft finds Baumgartner. From beyond the arc, awkward shot. That one's short. Save, and eventually gets out to Coach Brandt. So Martin will come back in for Smith here.
Really like to see Cheyenne continue to try and work that ball inside or get downhill and get to the rim. That's something Shanley just has not really been able to do anything about thus far. And Cheyenne, though, seen a few. There's another turnover. We've seen a few possessions where they're just settling for a three. Again, those passes have to be sharper for Cheyenne.
Cutterbuck collects his second bucket of the night right there.
That one almost taken by Cutterbuck.
Killer on the inside with the right hand up and in.
Good pump fake and hesitation.
Baumgartner, pump fake there, gets inside and a left hand.
Good double clutch there as Coach Brandt's going to take a timeout.
So 38-28, Mustangs up by 10. We'll take a short break and be right back.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Cheyenne Gymnasium once more. 3:23 left to go in the first half. Mustangs up by 10, 38-28 is your score. As Keller leads the point total with 16 so far.
Oh,
Martin
almost.
now finds Keller from beyond the arc. That one doesn't drop for him. Krejci with the rebound.
Good job by Krejci on the offensive glass. Just out jump Baumgartner. Almost comes up with a steal there by Krejci. Good
and
finish by Holcraft.
All day inside. Zanker with the right hand doesn't drop for him. Holcraft finds Cutterbaugh on the inside and under
transition.
pressure.
Deacons pushing tempo and getting some good looks here tonight as they've cut it down to 8. This was once an 18-point lead. So Shanley fighting back as Krejci is going to release one, and nice job by Cole Martin hustling that one down.
Keller from the inside with a left hand.
Left. Tough angle, tough shot. Nicely done by Kyson Keller. Kraft in there a little wild.
Keller now finds Bernstein. Bernstein on the inside chips out to Martin as he drains a three.
Nothing but net on that one.
And that one's tipped away there, intended for Holcraft.
Just like that, Cheyenne responds with a little 5-0 run, gets it up to 13 with 1:25 to go. I'm sure Cheyenne would love to get this up above 15 going into the locker room. Shanley's going to do what they can, see if they can get it into single digits. And Cheyenne's likely to get 2 possessions out of this. Shanley maybe only 1. So an opportunity for Cheyenne here.
Keller, mid-range jumper doesn't fall, and he gets his rebound with a little help from Gable, and that one drops for him. This one finds Baumgartner here. Baumgartner from beyond the arc. That one drops over Keller's head.
Nicely done by Baumgartner as he just kind of fading away to his left and still managed to finish that one.
Keller now from beyond the arc. That one doesn't drop. Just short on that, and that's going to be a foul. I
think Gable on that. Oh.
Gable.
No. Going to get
Mitchell on that, I think. So Landon Mitchell's first of the night.
Trying to clear some space on that screen. Only the third team foul. Both teams with 3 team fouls, so not going to be shooting, but it's going to give Cheyenne an opportunity to hold the ball for one last shot if they want.
Gable on the inside, makes some room, finds a left hand.
Nice up and under, nice scoop shot with the left hand.
Baumgartner now possibly the last possession. Almost throws that away from Kraft. Mitchell finds Baumgartner, 3-ball, that one off the front iron. And Cutterba on the inside collects at the buzzer.
Good basket for Cutterba at the end, fighting for that one, and is able to bring the lead down to 12 heading into halftime. So the Mustangs lead here at the half, 49-37. We'll be back in a few minutes with some score updates and second half action. Stick around.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
one thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him is because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
What would you do with a second chance? At Essentia Health, we understand the significance of second chances. Our heart specialists see them every day. That's why regular checkups and heart screenings are vital, even if you feel fine, and especially when you have a family history. Essentia Health is the right place for early detection, advanced treatments, comprehensive cardiac rehab, for second chances. At Essentia Health, we work hard to keep your heart strong for what's next.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Cheyenne Gymnasium for the second half of the boys' game here. Just some quick updates around the league here. We'll only go from the EDC. Fargo South is at Grand Forks Central on the girls' side of things right now. Central leads that one 29-24. Grand Forks Red River hosting Fargo North girls 39-17. The Rough Riders are up on that. Fargo Davies hosting Moorhead at Davies for the girls' side of things. That one is currently a 40-19 Davies lead. And then a 91-39 Horace lead at West Fargo High on the girls' side of things. On the boys' side of things, Fargo South hosting Grand Forks Central. South is up on them 63-59. West Fargo Horace is up on West Fargo down south on 52nd. That one is 48-37 Cheyenne Street, And then Grand Forks Red River is up on the Spartans right now 62-31 at North High School. So quite a few matchups around the league, Wolf. I believe we're the only doubleheader, as we were talking earlier, and you said it was kind of a home-and-home game scenario with most of those, if not all of them.
Yeah, most are going that route, at least tonight. But we have the doubleheader here. The Cheyenne girls pulling out the first game, 71-68 in a back-and-forth affair. And now the boys with a 12-point lead, 49-37 at halftime. Looking to see if they can close this one out and notch another win in EDC play.
Holcraft will start this one out here. Finds Baumgartner. This one back to Holcraft from beyond the arc. That one in and out. Smith somehow comes up with the rebound on that until he loses it to Cutterba. And Baumgartner from beyond the arc collects. So jumps back to within 9 here. Early on with the early 3. This one finds Smith. Smith loses a handle on it. As Cutterba will take this one up floor. Pass off to Holcraft. Holcraft finding Baumgartner. Deep 3 ball. That one off the back iron. And this one will drain there for Perkarevich.
Long rebound. Kind of one of those you're not always prepared for into an open area. And Shanley takes advantage. They've cut this down to 7 here in just 2 possessions.
Zanker intended for Keller, and that one's thrown away.
Again, still some sloppy passing. Coach Brandt not happy about things.
Perkarevich now finds Holcraft. Out to Kraft, inside to Cutterba, and he collects. Good find there by Jacob Kraft. Smith now taking a drive inside, chips out. Keller, mid-range jumper. That one doesn't drop. Outside, Krejci, pump fake inside.
Oh, great
and Bernstein in the paint.
Drew the defender to him. Good dump off. And there's Baumgartner attacking. He's going to draw the foul there on Bernstein and find himself going to the line for 2. Baumgartner, just a junior. And the lead back to 5.
Zanker finds Keller. This one out to Smith. Smith with a mid-range jumper. That one drops.
Holcraft directing traffic there.
Kraft going downhill, right hand inside.
Technically not great defense here from the Mustangs in the second half as Keller extends it back to 7, but this is a spot where you would think Cheyenne, where you would want them to kind of slam the door here.
Baumgartner out to Cutterba, wide open three, nylon. Keller now almost finds Krejci inside there. I think he got maybe a hand on that inside as
good body control
Perkarevich.
by Perkarevich, and Shanley has gone and taken that 12-point deficit and dropped it to 2. And Coach Brandt going to take a timeout and let his players know what he expects of them. We'll be right back.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I think so.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Cheyenne Gym here as the Mustangs lead is now dropped to 2 here early on in the second half as they look to hopefully regain some control here. Shanley with a couple runs and really just making baskets the second half as they kind of struggled in the first half to start out. As Gable gets that one stripped from him. That's going to go the Shanley way on the jump ball.
They're going to call a foul on Gable there.
Cole Martin will sub back in. Holcraft now with speed, finds Cutterba. Out to Baumgartner from beyond the arc. That one doesn't drop. Keller trying to find a lane inside. That one can't reach.
Forcing that one.
And Kraft with some speed out to Cutterba. 3-ball. That one drops.
And Shanley with its first lead of the evening. I think since they opened the scoring, they've come all the way back here in this second half. And Cheyenne is going to have to get things figured out here sometime soon.
Krejci's step back doesn't drop. It's Baumgartner downhill with some speed. That one doesn't drop. Krejci with speed now. That one goes up, doesn't go in, and I think he's going to draw the foul for 2.
Yeah, I think Cutterbug got him going up there, and he'll go to the basket, but.
So now down, I believe, for the first time in quite a while.
I think since 2-0 for the Deacons. First basket of the game.
And I hate to say it, Wolf, but that sounds really familiar to the last couple streams.
Well, yeah. You know, we've talked about Cheyenne having to take care of the ball. I would guess there's probably 10 of those Deacon points up there that have come off of just sloppy passing, and that's something that if you want to be one of the top teams in the EDC that you just can't afford to do. It can happen once in a while, but you've got to do a good job of taking care of the ball. And defensively, they're just You know, Shanley is playing much more aggressively on offense as they're going to get Gable there on that. Gable wondering what it was he did wrong. I think he was inside the protected arc, so if anything, that might have been where that came. Regardless, that's his second, team's third. Holcraft to the line. And we have a tie game once again. Coach Brandt looks a little perplexed on the sideline, wondering what's going on here.
Smith finds this one off the missed second shot there from Holcraft. Keller finds Krejci. Smith finds Gable low, and a right hand up and over Perkarevich.
You know, Shanley is not long, but, you know, we've seen Gable he's kind of sneaky with the moves inside. He gets a shot off, and it's decent looks against most post players, regardless of how tall they are, and Gable almost gets that one poked away from Cutterba as it's under 10 now on the shot clock. Shanley going to have to do something with this.
Baumgartner now trying to find a lane, step back. That one doesn't drop.
Cheyenne pushing it up the floor. Smith.
Ooh, Smith off the back of Kraft's head, and that one doesn't drop, and way short for Krejci there. Gable some pressure, and that one goes in somehow.
Great spin
for
move and
Holcraft.
finish by Holcraft. Tied once again.
Smith now down low to Krejci. Krejci with a 3 attempt. That one.
Great job
just
by
off.
Gable to fight for that and keep it alive.
Keller sweeps in with the rebound there, and Cutterba on the inside.
Oh, there was some.
A lot of Shanley fans wanted
Yeah,
to foul
there
on
was,
that as it.
There was some contact there as Gable loses that one out of bounds. There was some contact by Keller there in the back of Cutterba, but no call. As Zimney is on now for the Mustangs. And Smith is out as well as Martin comes, or is it Martin in? Who else?
Larson
is in.
Or, excuse me.
Bales.
Bale.
Or Bile. Yep. Okay. So again, Mustangs without Spielman tonight, so Coach Brandt looking for a little spark here as Martin is hounding Baumgartner, doing a good job defending him.
Zimney now on Cutterba. Good screen as Baumgartner just had to throw that one up and can't get it to drop. This one finds him wide open from beyond the arc. That one drops off the first bounce. Bill now finds Martin. Martin from beyond the arc. That one's short. And Zimney catches up to this one. Finds Keller.
Keller going to slow things down here and get an offensive set going.
Martin inside to Zimney. Zimney goes up. Can't find that one. And there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Perkarevich. And that'll be his first of the second half. I believe a second of the night.
Good job by Zimney following that shot and sticking with it.
And that one,
yeah,
it's going to go the Shanley way.
Last touch by Cheyenne. And so the Mustangs finding themselves in a dogfight here with 10 to go. Down one after leading by a dozen at halftime.
So that one can't get inside.
Good job by Zimney reading the eyes, getting the hands up in the passing lane.
Keller to Gable. Gable looking for a lane. That one Good reverse there. Great stop.
Does a really good job of getting players leaning the wrong direction as Cutterbuck can't finish.
Gable taking a hard tumble there on that opposite side. Bale now drives paint. And Gable on the inside collects.
Using the wide frame to maintain balance as he sheds the contact. Oh, there's
Kraft
a miscommunication.
with an acceleration.
Good job by Kraft.
So 65-64, Mustangs lead it here. As you have Keller leading the point scoring with 24. Right behind him on the Shanley side is Baumgartner, though, with 20. No fouls for either one of them so far, so they're doing really good on the offensive boards.
Yeah, only 3 fouls, team fouls for the Mustangs, only 2 for the Deacons this half. By and large, pretty foul-free. There has been some contact out there, but the refs letting them play a little bit here tonight, and maybe not surprising. The closer we get to tournament time, that seems to be how it often feels anyway, that the refs kind of let the players decide who's going to win a contest rather than them being inserted into the outcome. So Zanker back on here. We'll see if Coach Brent was able to draw something up.
Keller out to Zanker. Zanker almost finds Bale there on the inside and just mishandled there, I think.
That was the pass got through, but that was really hard to be handled on the baseline behind the basket like that. It's kind of a dangerous pass.
Baumgartner now out to Perkarevich as he pulls the trigger on a 3. That one in and out. And the second rebound on Hallcraft.
Good job by Holcraft. Cutterbuck kept it alive, and then Holcraft just in the air keeps it alive and puts it in.
Bernstein with the 3.
When he gets the chance to set those feet, he can be a dangerous three-point shooter as well.
Baumgartner on the inside. That one doesn't connect. Good rebound there by Holcraft, and he connects. Good turn and look.
Zanker loses the handle on that one.
Cutterbuck
finds Perkarevich. Again, turnovers really hurting Cheyenne tonight.
Keller finds Zimney. Zimney with a 3 attempt. That one can't drop. Bernstein on the inside. Can't connect, and Zimney
sticks with it. Again, that length advantage that Cheyenne has makes a difference as there comes Zimney in to swat that one away.
Keller now driving to the paint. That one up and over. Zimney, no look pass to Bernstein with the 3 ball, and that one doesn't drop as Cutterbuck controls this. Finds Holcraft up to Perkarevich. Wide open 3, nylon. Deacons take a 3-point lead here. Zanker finds Bernstein, and that one swatted away.
Okay.
As that's going to be a foul coming against Holcraft, I think.
Holcraft rose up. I think it was clean up top, but there was body there underneath, and that's what the foul was going to be called on. That's Holcraft's second, but that'll send Bernstein to the line. There's a trio of Mustangs waiting to enter the game here.
Both teams at 3 fouls for this half, so
Krejci, Gable, and Smith back in.
Bernstein hits that one. So down by 1 now. About 6 minutes left to go here. Holcraft finds Baumgartner. Kraft finds Cutterbutt. Cutterbutt driving to the paint. Chips out Holcraft for 3. That one doesn't connect as Zanker controls. Down low to Gable. Gable inside. Got him to bite. And he puts one up and in.
Great use of the head fake by Gable there. And the teardrop falls on that shot.
Kraft finds Perkarevich. Perkarevich finds Cutterbutt. Cutterbutt trying to get something up there, and he does. And the rebound by Holcraft.
Great look for Holcraft, just a little too hard off the backboard.
Bernstein out to Krejci. That one doesn't drop. And that's going to be a foul on Gable. Gable's third, I think.
So just under 5, and the Deacons certainly not going away. Remember, Cheyenne led at one point in the first half by 18, but Shanley has clawed their way back and has led on several occasions here in the second half as Cutterbutt knocks down the 3, and they lead again by 2.
Smith now controlling this one over to Zanker.
And I think it's been the Iron 5 here for the Deacons this entire second half. They have not subbed out at all. We have not seen Mitchell. So these guys are working hard and going all 18 minutes, it looks like.
Gable on the inside, and that's going to be a foul against Cutterbutt. I think he got him. They're going to say it's
on the floor, but it is Cutterbutt.
They will get Cutterbutt on it. The ref kind of turned and looked at Gable there, which made me second guess that, and Cutterbutt getting that hand up in the face there just draws a foul, only his second. And
going to get Perkarevich there. He's back to the ball. He went up like a defensive back just trying to swat that down, but say there's a foul on the arm of Zanker.
Smith down to Krejci. Krejci back down to Smith. As Krejci pulls the trigger on a 3 and nails it. And that'll be a timeout for Coach Weber. So 4:04 left to go. Mustangs lead at 77-76. We'll take a short break and be right back. All right, folks, welcome back here to the Cheyenne Gymnasium. 4:04 left to go, 77-76. Mustangs lead it here. 14 fouls for the Mustangs. 3 of those coming against Gable.
And so 4 minutes here again. we know what Shanley has done. Their intensity, and again, hats off to them. This has been the same 5 guys the entire second half. They've not gone to the bench once. So these guys are expending a lot of energy out there, but they've been able to maintain that. Cheyenne has gone 8 deep with their bench, 9 deep. So they should be the fresher team for the last 4 minutes. Can Cheyenne's defense hold up, and can they take care of the ball? There's the elevator screen for Baumgartner.
Cutterba inside, tried to go a spin move there and doesn't connect. As this one gets to Cutterba from beyond the arc.
And he's heating up. Oh, and right past. Baumgartner turned his head for just a second. Good diagonal pass right to Krejci, and he takes it right to the rack. Nobody knew what was going on. And we're tied once again.
Holcraft inside to Cutterba. Cutterba from beyond the arc once more. Cutterba 2 threes in a row. Puts the Deacons up by 3.
Plenty of time here. No need to panic for Cheyenne. You don't need to go for threes or anything like that.
Gable on the inside, gets around him, right hand, doesn't make. And that one's brought down by Kraft inside now. Perkarevich can't make that one on the layup, and back and forth we go as Keller brings this one the other way. Finds Smith from beyond the arc. That one's short.
And Keller really has not been a factor offensively for Cheyenne at all this second half. He is the leading scorer for the Mustangs, but he has not found the range in several minutes here.
And that one lost to Smith there.
Again, at 2 minutes, no need to panic here.
Krejci pump fake.
Oh.
This one gets to Keller. Keller slipped up right there, I think, and no shot. As it's going to be a floor foul.
Kraft got him there. There's a lot of bumping on the way to the lane there, and they're going to say it was on the floor. That is the 6th on the Deacons, so the next one will put Cheyenne in the bonus. 2:01 here to go. Cheyenne still finds themselves down by 3, though. And Cutterba almost gets that one.
Finds Smith. Out to Zanker. Zanker inside to Bernstein.
Really great find. Good job by Bernstein to create that space for himself. And there's a timeout from the Deacons. So 81-82, Cheyenne down by 1, 1:44 to go. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Cheyenne Gymnasium. 82-81, Shanley Deacon lead here with 1:44 left to go in the second half. Back and forth, I would say in the second half, in that first part of the second half, you would say the Deacons really took over and heated up, I think.
Those first 5 minutes, really good job coming back. And again, it's been just 5 guys the entire second half for Shanley. And they had Cutterba. They're going to look for him again. I think he wants to pull that trigger, but opts not to.
Perkarevich out to Cutterbug. That's thrown away.
And that's an over and back. Good job by Holcraft, because Bernstein was tracking that, and that would have been an easy look for Bernstein. So nice job by Holcraft getting back. Even though it's a turnover, prevents the easy basket for the Mustangs at 1:28 here.
Smith finds Krejci here. Krejci is going to find Zanker. Krejci to Zanker once more. He gets downhill and in.
There you go.
Max Zanker collecting 2 more. And that one inside. Tried to draw the foul there, I think, is Holcraft. And Coach Weber wanted the foul there.
No.
This one finds Smith from on the opposite side. That 3 don't drop.
Doesn't need to be taken, as that's going to be an offensive. That was Perkarevich lowered that shoulder and went in on that. It's not going to be a shooting foul, as it's a possession foul. But if you're Cheyenne, you got to be aware. The lead is only 1, and I get that. But you do not need to be in a rush here. You were in the bonus. You're shooting the bonus. Burn some clock here. See if you can get a good look.
Zanker now inside. He loses a handle on that one. Goes to the Deacons. Holcraft coming the other way. 29 seconds left. 3-second shot and Gamecock difference. As Cutterbuck can't control the 3, and that's going to be a foul, I think, coming against Keller.
And that's going to send Baumgartner to the line for 2 with a chance to take a lead. 22 seconds left here.
Baumgartner misses the first. So a chance to tie. 22 seconds left. Shot clock's off.
Again, Cheyenne, you got to have situational awareness here of what you need to do if he makes or misses. And I'm going to guess a timeout, or is he going to wait till after they get to half court? Yeah, he wants it at half court. And that's where the timeout is going to come with 16.3 left. So Coach Brandt gets to draw up what he wants. And if Cheyenne is smart, they're going to get that clock down under 5 before they take this shot. You still need to take care of the ball. You've got to make sure you have guys coming to the pass. You're setting good screens, doing what you need to, and then try and get that look. See if you can get something, either a foul and get to the line, or something that's made with just a couple of seconds left, and Shanley doesn't have a chance to push tempo and get a decent look. But wow, what a tale of 2 halves, Tristan. As you know, it looked like Cheyenne was easily in control first half, up by 18 at one point, a 12-point lead at halftime, and the Deacons have just worked their tails off here in the second half, have led numerous times, and we find ourselves tied with 16.3 to go.
Yeah, 16-3 to go. You're in the bonus. You're not going to try and draw a foul. I wouldn't think so, I guess. But
well, I think, if I'm Coach Brandt, I want to try and get Keller the ball and see if he can create something, see if he can get to the rim, to a mid-range, and if he can draw the defense to him, then he might have Bernstein around the basket where you can dump that off and get him a look.
Brandt has his 3 big men out there as Zanker collects a screen off of Bernstein, and that's going to be a foul.
Oh, and that is a foul.
I think against Cutterba.
Yeah, that's going to be Cutterba, and that's
his third.
Zanker went down, and that would have been a travel. So 8-7 to go. Still plenty of time for Shanley. They do have 2 timeouts left, so we'll see if they're going to burn one at any point. And it's actually Coach Brandt that burns his to make sure he knows his players know what is going to happen here. Wow, just would not have expected this. And again, for that first almost month after the Christmas break, Cheyenne looked like a completely different team. They were playing smart. They were playing aggressive. That game against the Packers, even though they came out on the short end on that one, was a great high school basketball game to watch. The intensity and effort and execution by both teams. But the last couple of times out, we've seen Cheyenne struggle with that execution, struggle with taking care of the ball. So this is a 1-and-1. Big shot here by Zanker.
Zanker hits it.
So that one was big. Cheyenne with 2 fouls to give here if they opt to go that route. They can foul the Deacons. We'll see if Shanley takes a timeout. If Zanker makes this, it's good. No timeout. Cheyenne going to show a little pressure here. And now they call timeout. At
so 4.9.
Yeah. So now Coach Weber with an opportunity to draw this one up. He's going to take a full timeout. Probably the good call here. As much time as possible. So the difference makers, I mean, it's hard to say. Cutterba has been hot from the three-point line, so you don't want to let him be wide open on a kick out. But I got to think Holcraft and Baumgartner are the 2 guys you really need to worry about because they are far better at creating their own shot than Cutterba is. And with only 4.9, you've only got time for a couple 3 dribbles, then you've got to get something up. If you're Shanley, do you try and draw something up for a 3-pointer, try and win it here and be done? Or are you content taking a 2-pointer and sending this to overtime? And we'll see if Cheyenne makes any defensive adjustments here in terms of who they send out on the floor. It was the starters on the floor, Zanker, Smith, Bernstein, Keller, and Krejcia. We'll see if that's who they send onto the floor once again here, or if they put someone else in. They're going to stay with the starting 5, and obviously that's all Shanley's gone with in the second half is the starting 5. So we're going to see that again for them.
I think another guy you got to worry about, too, if you're going the 2-point route is Perkarevich because he can really accelerate if he gets that ball.
They do create some problems.
As Cutterba's going to inbound this one. So maybe a quick out and back as there's going to be, I believe, a foul coming against Bernstein.
Yep.
That'll be his 3rd.
But it's only the team 6, so Cheyenne still has 1 to give. I don't know if that was part of the plan or just Coach Brandt saying, hey, we've got a couple to give, so don't be afraid to be aggressive. Go for a steal. See what you can do as it's down to 2 now.
Baumgartner. That's going to be a 3 attempt, and that one's off the back iron. So the Mustangs come in and win it here as they defeat the Deacons 85-83. Wolf, your final thoughts?
Well, quite honestly, I think Cheyenne was fortunate to pull that one off. Shanley certainly outplayed them in the second half. I'm not sure that that's the look I would have wanted for a shot at the buzzer, but it was what it was. I mean, Baumgartner got back iron on that. But we've talked about kind of what we saw from Cheyenne tonight. If you want to be one of those elite teams, then you have to bring that type of effort. And it's not that the kids weren't trying, but it just wasn't a clean, well-executed game. And so that's something they will definitely be addressing, I would think, in practice in the coming days. And, there's not many days left in this season, not many games. For broadcasts, I think we've got Next Tuesday is our next broadcast. That's a doubleheader against Grand Forks Red River. I think the girls play Central here at home one more time. And then there's a doubleheader against North here at home. And then a couple of away games. And that's it. So 5 games left in this EDC season as you're trying to be playing your best basketball and setting yourself up for the run that you want to make and hopefully punch that ticket to state.
Yeah, like you talked about, I think there's like only a handful of games here left. 85-83, the final score being tonight. Bumps the Mustangs up maybe 1 or 2 slots. But definitely looking towards the future, you go
to West Fargo on Friday night. That's going to be a huge one, a tough game. And you still have Davies on the schedule, and that'll be at Davies, which that will be a tough matchup as well. So for Cheyenne, like games like tonight are the ones that, at least on paper, look like should be the games that you win. And obviously Cheyenne came out on top tonight, but those are the games you got to take care of. You've got North coming up. You've got Central. Those should be winnable opportunities. And then you've got some tough ones. And you have Red River, which should be winnable. But you have those tough games at Davies and at West Fargo High.
Yeah, most definitely. Just kind of looking into the schedule, there's some tough games coming up here for Cheyenne. So with that about does it for tonight. Like you talked about, just looking towards the future, basically, saying what can we do to get better come EDC time, come state time, So with that, I think that about wraps it up. 85-83 your final score here tonight. Mustangs come in and win it. So with that, for everyone up here in the booth, I'm Tristan Murrock.
I'm Dan Wolf.
Good night, folks.